Highly distinguished students, I hope you are doing okay. In this video we jump to another new topic in integrated science called health. Feel free to ask questions related to this video. It's Mr. Peter at Knowledge World Academy. Important points to take note. Nutrition. This is the process by which living organisms obtain and utilize food for growth. A nutrient is simply a chemical present in food. It provides the body with nourishment, maintenance, and development of an organism. So in this video, we'll focus on the 7 types of nutrients abbreviated as CALIPROWAMIVIRO. What does it mean? Ca simply means carbohydrates, Li lipids, we have proteins, we have water, we have mineral salts, we have vitamins, and lastly we have refuges. So this abbreviation is very much important. You need to memorize it. When they ask you to name 5 types of nutrients, you can just write down the abbreviation at the corner of your book, and then out of the abbreviation you can name 5 to 7 types of nutrients. Okay, so now the 7 types of nutrients abbreviated as CALIPROWAMIVIRO, where we have talked about carbohydrates, lipids, protein, water, mineral salts, vitamins, and refuges. These 7 types of nutrients are classified or are grouped in 2 major groups. The first group, macronutrients. These are nutrients needed by an organism in large amount. Examples include carbohydrates, fats, and protein. Another group, micronutrients. These are nutrients needed by an organism but in a small amount. Examples include vitamins and mineral salts. We are still on macronutrients. Examples, we said carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. So the chart down here simply shows us 3 types of nutrients: the source, importance, and deficiency. When I say deficiency, I simply mean when such a nutrient is lacking, what will happen to a human body. We start with the first nutrient, carbohydrates. Source, bread, shima, rice, potatoes, etc. Importance, provide energy to work. Deficiency, you end up suffering from a disease called marasmus. I've provided a picture in the next unit. You'll be able to identify marasmus. We move to the next nutrient, lipids. The source of lipids, seeds, nuts, butter, soybeans. The importance, provide insulation. Apart from that, provides energy. So insulation simply means free from coldness. You discover that fat people, they don't feel that cold as compared to thin people. Okay. Deficiency of lipids, you end up having dry eyes, leading to a disease called keratomalacia. We move to the third nutrient, protein. The source of protein, meat, fish, eggs, soybeans, pumpkin seeds. The importance, needed for growth, development, and maintenance of tissues. Apart from that, needed for production of hormones and enzymes. Deficiency, you end up suffering from a disease called kwashiorkor. Apart from that, you have retarded physical mental growth. Retarded physical mental growth. This simply means thinking slow, something like that. When you're lacking proteins, you end up thinking slow. This one is a slow thinker. This one is a fast thinker. Even protein sometimes lead to such problems of thinking slow. So we're done with the first group, which is the macronutrients. We'll look at micronutrients in the next unit. Before we move to the next unit of micronutrients, I've provided you guys with 2 pictures showing marasmus on the left side and kwashiorkor on the right side. Okay, so we have talked about macronutrients. When you're lacking certain nutrients in your body, you end up suffering from marasmus, kwashiorkor, and you end up having dry eyes. Okay, so this picture here simply shows marasmus. Have you seen this person? This person is young, but she has a face of an old person. She looks old, but she's young. Apart from that, very thin. This is marasmus. Okay, on the other side, on the right side, we have a picture showing a disease of kwashiorkor. Okay, very thin as well, but having big stomach. Okay, these people look very odd, though they are young in the actual sense. Okay, so the reason why I've assisted you guys with these pictures, we know science is all about pictures, diagrams. They'll end up just showing you this picture and they'll ask you, what disease is this? So you should be able to identify marasmus and kwashiorkor. The main difference here, guys, is very simple. Just know that marasmus, very thin, odd face. Kwashiorkor, big stomach. Okay, that's the difference between the two. So these pictures might somehow help. Okay, we move to the second group, the micronutrients. Examples: vitamins and mineral salts. So we have the chart here showing us 3 types of mineral salts. There are a lot, though we'll look on the major 3. Okay, we start calcium. The source of calcium: milk, cheese, and green vegetables. Importance: healthy teeth and bones. Deficiency: you end up suffering from a disease called rickets. We move to iron. The source: liver, eggs, and kidney. Importance: healthy red blood cells. Deficiency: you suffer from a disease called anemia. We move to the last one, iodine. The source: seafood and sea salt. Importance: making of hormones. Deficiency: you end up suffering from a disease called goiter. Okay, so I have also provided you guys with 2 pictures of rickets and goiter. So what you need to understand here is that calcium is responsible for the formation of bones. Okay, why do people end up having bent legs? When they are young, when children are young, they are learning how to walk. You discover that when they are lacking calcium, their bones are not strong. Why? Because something that makes bones strong is lacking. Okay, so as they are trying to walk, learning how to walk, the legs will end up bending. They can bend inside, they can bend outside. Why? Because the bones are not strong, they are lacking calcium. So let's see how rickets look and how goiter looks in the next unit. Okay, here are the 2 pictures showing goiter and rickets. Okay, so the picture on the left, having something swollen on your neck, it's a disease we are calling goiter. Okay, and then the picture on the right side, having bent legs. So that's not how rickets only look. Sometimes the legs could bend inside, outside. They can bend in any shape. Okay, so those are 2 perfect pictures showing goiter and rickets. So the examiner can bring this question and then they can ask you, what disease is this? What caused this? Okay, having these 2 pictures, you should be able to answer such questions. Okay, we look at other types of nutrients apart from those that we have already discussed. We look at vitamins. We have vitamin A, B, C, and D. We start with vitamin A. The source: butter, margarine, red live oil, egg yolk, and carrots. The importance: proper eyesight. Deficiency: night blindness, lung diseases. Okay, so a person lacking vitamin A at 18 hours, 19 hours, they have difficulties to see. Okay, others, they see well at night, it's dark, they see, but those suffering from, or those lacking vitamin A, it becomes more worse. Okay, we move to vitamin B. The source: bread, milk, liver, kidney, green vegetables and beans. Importance: digestive process, production of red blood cell. Deficiency: nervous disorder. Vitamin C, the source: citrus fruit and citrus juice. Importance: healthy connective system. Deficiency: scurvy, poor healing wounds. Vitamin D, source: we have liver, fat, fish and egg yolk. The importance: healthy bones and teeth. Deficiency: you end up suffering from a disease called rickets in children. Okay, then we are done. We're done looking at nutrients. We have looked at macronutrients, micro and other important nutrients, except from the major two, which is the vitamins. Okay, so I hope by the end of this unit you are able now to know the importance of vitamin A, B, C and D. When they are lacking, what will they cause? Okay, so after discussing what nutrition is, a nutrient, we have looked at the major classes of a nutrient, which is macronutrient and the micronutrient. We have looked at diseases associated to lack of certain nutrients and the abbreviation CALIPROWAMIVIRO that is used to name all the 7 types of nutrients. How can we answer this exam paper question? Okay, so dietary needs vary from person to person. Question 1. A. Name one class of nutrients in a balanced diet necessary for 1. Proper skin formation. Vitamin C. Provide energy to do work. Carbohydrates. Okay, so all these answers, I'm just removing them from the same video that I have already explained. You can pause the video, try to answer question B and question C, then compare the answers. Question B. Suggest a reason why a pregnant woman needs more of the following in her diet. 1. Protein. You say needed for the fetus to make its own protein for growth. Iron. You say helps the fetus to make its own red blood cells. Okay. The last question. Explain why mothers are advised to take their children monthly to the under 5 clinic. Okay, so just say that's where monitoring of the growth of the baby occurs. So there they monitor the growth of the baby. Apart from that, they provide advice and deworming, vaccination, etc. Okay, so that's all about this paper question. I hope you guys enjoyed.